Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options and Play video update. Yesterday was just a wild day. The reaction from Powell's speech was quite a bit more than what was expected, at least from an option priced in perspective. Um, and it really delivered a serious leg higher for a lot of different names, and some of those triggered pretty material breakouts. There have been a lot of like good strong patterns developing over the last few weeks as the indices have kind of chopped and hung around higher levels, and some of those stocks triggered breakouts over the last few days, and then some actually triggered breakouts yesterday. Um, the two things I look for, and we spoke about this a bit on Monday at our option session, but the two things I look for on a breakout, in addition to in addition to like seeing like confirmation like the following session, which is what today would be for a lot of these names. But there's two things I look for, and they both revolve around volume. So I want to see the volume on the underlying stock higher than normal when on the day that it breaks the level, and I also want to see the option volume higher than normal and directionally bullish on the day it breaks out. So that means that you have participation on the equity side and you have participation on the option side. Because right now I feel like those two things are tied at the hip, right? You can even say that sometimes option action is the tail that wags the dog, right? Option action can impact the equity action. So on these stocks that are breaking out this week, and on if you're looking at other stocks that are nearing a breakout or maybe just working on one today, what you really want to see and what I love to see is higher volume, right? So this is the chart of Morgan Stanley. You can see that it was pushing up through a big level, right? Look at the volume bar yesterday. That was the biggest in like 3 weeks, right? So you want to see the equity you want to see equity participation and you want to see option participation. So you want to see active call buying or active bullish strategies when a stock is working on like a big breakout level, because that tells you that there's money being put to work, right? There's participation. People are starting to get interested in the stock at that level, looking for more upside, right? Same idea with like something like a Nike. You can see that working on a break of like this very long year-to-date downtrend, right? And over the last couple weeks, it had been in like an increasingly tight little pennant, right? After getting the big breakout post CPI. Yesterday, you'll notice that the volume, right? You look down here. This was the biggest volume day since it had its earnings release at the end of September, beginning of October. So, in addition to a strong technical move, you had strong volume and you had some option action, which to me gives me more confidence that this move could have some sticking power or staying power, right? And keep leading to more sustainable moves, because that's what you want to see is like you want to see that volume, because then you know that there's people participating on both ends, both on the options and on the equities, and like that's a good sign, especially when you're at like a key resolution point and starting to move through that resolution point. All right. Things to keep in mind and consider as you're looking at possibly more bullish patterns, and this is something I'm typically paying attention to as these patterns are about to resolve or just in the process of resolving. Okay. So if you like this video and you're looking for more information about swing trading with options, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options to play. Have a great night, stay well, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.